When should I interrupt this music? It feels sacred. I mean, I've been told to shut up in capitals, and for once, I agree. I'm going to have to speak at some point, though. When? Scotty says never immediately. Okay. It sounds like a gardening programme, you bunch of soft bastards. I mean, given what we went through yesterday with that boss fight. You know? Oh dear, somebody's in a mood today. You could be referring to Scotty, you could be referring to Kitten, or Gwynblade, or even me. Oh, it's so good. It's Friday. I mean, the bad news is that you could have not had a stream today because the electrician's been here all morning turning the power on and off. But instead, we're here listening to this. Alcarion, Gwynblade, Kitten, Scotty, Eric, Sertan, welcome to the stream, everybody. 1 second. We're trying to enjoy the pleasant music, but somebody's ego needs stroking. Give me a second.
Oh, just saw this. I don't want it.
Sertan, thank you for 74 months of your beautiful face, which you're yet to show us, so we'll have to cope with the current one. Gwynblade's always in a mood, it's the age. Listen, Gwynblade, if you can't get behind music like this... Oh, I hate tutting, I wish I hadn't done that. Right, it's time for day 2 of Polybridge. I feel like speaking in this kind of lower, more relaxed voice all day. Should we do it? Should we just enjoy some Polybridge therapy? Lovely. Right, if you weren't here last week, we are back in Polybridge 1. Never played this game, or I played it very briefly. I did like half of the first world. And while I've been sweating over Polybridge 2 and 3, and we've got all them really high scores, this game has been sat uncompleted. I'm already, on the second stream, beyond the point I ever got to. So this is all brand new Polybridge. Ironically, old Polybridge as well.
My Rose has left me, I'm in a mood. She's gone to Kenya with a bloke from Allied Carpets. She wasn't immunised, that's a legal requirement. She's increasingly slapdash since we bought that new hearth rug.
I don't understand how you've managed to find it in lyric format, Gwynblade, instead of having to write it off the top of your head. Is there a lyric website that contains such things? Whose mum walked in? Someone's mum's walked in? But it would have been bad news, Kitten, because we could have all have had the afternoon off. I already had the morning off. I laid and slept on the settee while the electrician had the power off. I was tutting, I see. Let's bring back tutting, the most aggressive and egregious form of communication in history. Lovely. Alright then, and we've got 3 hours of this music. You can't complain, really. You will, but you can't complain, really. Sertan, no, thank you for the prime. I don't like thanking Sertan, it feels antithetical. Kitten, thank Sertan for me. Did Siri actually say bloke? Okay, we are on World 2, Desert Winds. Level 6. Let's build some bridges. It's sofa or couch, you uncultured swine. You say this, Scotty. Sofa or couch feel like English words, whereas settee feels a bit French. I'm not quite sure who's betraying the roots more or less, I don't know. Lundios, good afternoon as well. Is that a thank you emote? You dropped this, the crown. Listen, it's difficult enough for Sertan to try and keep his god complex under control as it is, Lundios. Lundios, good afternoon. Sertan, thank you for the sub, I love you very much. Listen to Kitten, she'll tell you to shut up. This might be, as we see, why we quit so early on Polybridge 1. Look at these levels. Look at this. This is on World 2. Sofa and couch are willfully wanky. Yeah, which sounds poshest? I think settee sounds posher than sofa and couch. No? Because settee, like I say, settee's just got that little bit of French to it. Okay. Do you want a prediction for whether or not I beat this level today? Because this looks difficult. We've got Scotty over here. Look, no, that's not Scotty. It's Gwynblade. Scotty drives the limousine. We've got Gwynblade in his old car. Settee definitely does. Sothan's playing at right back. Who's playing up front? Sothan, thank you for the sub. Kitten said thank you. Kitten said she appreciates every fibre of your being. Bloodios, you keep that crown away from me. Kitten's playing left centre back. Satan, welcome to the stream. Sofa is better than settee, is better than couch. From posh to common as much. So sofa is more posh in your mind than settee. Yes, sofa. Settee is the working class one. It feels like it, Gwynblade, but if you was just to go based on the word, I don't know. Satan, good afternoon. Okay. We need to get Gwynblade over to the other side. Where are you going, Gwynblade? It's Mablethorpe's in this direction, I think. But I'm going to need to build some beefy structure in the middle to keep this under budget. Let's go straight in with the good old-fashioned double buds. Gwynblade's getting to the other side because he needs to take Scotty's dancing cane down. Scotty. Alright, I don't know how I'm going to build a... I feel like I already worked on this. Didn't I already work on this last week? Load. Splint. Okay, we already worked on this last week, it turns out. Let's see how good Gwynblade can handle the first obstacle. That was absolutely phenomenal from Gwynblade. Look at the speed. The raw speed is unmatched. But I did notice that it might not get that star at the bottom. I'm starting to remember me failing miserably at something last week. There we go. Nice little dink. He struck a child with it who knocked on his door last night. Oh yeah, it was trick or treat last night, wasn't it? Again, are we going to have the discussion about how Halloween in this country means nothing more than just an opportunity for the shops to get dressed up? In fact, I went out last night and didn't see any kids. Wait, has trick or treat died? Please tell me somebody here that's like far too old for it went out trick or treating. I'm very miserable, by the way, that it feels like we just got everybody's Halloween names on in Discord and we're immediately taking them off. I went to the bathroom during 7 days and heard a bunch of kids outside. You just turned your lights off. Are people weird for getting involved in Halloween, or are we weird for hiding from children? I don't know. You went to an office party, Scotty? What, a Halloween-themed office party? A bathroom dinner? Did I say bathroom dinner? Listen, as somebody that drinks out of the lake in 7 days, kitten, I'm not above... Wait, how am I going to do this with that there? I'm going to have a really big support up here in the middle. Look. Grid off. I'm going all in. I'm all about getting involved, but I don't really have friends to go out with here. Now with Theo, I've got an excuse. Kitten, you only had a baby, so you had an excuse not to go out on Halloween. Respect. Oh yeah, I've never thought about people in here with kids. We went trick-or-treating, kids dressed up, we had a couple of pumpkins out the front and a tub of sweets. Alright. Now it sounds wholesome. Now suddenly I'm in full support of it again. You had a baby to not to go out on Halloween. To be honest though, I don't think there's anything to do in this country on Halloween, is there? Right then, here, we're going to bend to about there. But then, ooh, this could be tough. One of the companies in the block that I work in did a Halloween party. It was pretty entertaining. It was an open bar as well. Okay, maybe there is such a thing. I'm flip-flopping on my ideas here. I'm doing a... The internet's not going to be very happy. I'm changing my mind based on evidence. I should stick to my guns and never change. What do you mean? I had a baby to go out... Oh! Kid, listen, I can't get used to the fact that somebody in Britain is looking forward to going out on Halloween. Even if you're a dirty import. You didn't get dressed up, did you, Scott? You told me you didn't get dressed up. I feel miserable talking about this in such... You know? I'm American, come on, dirty. Alright then, look me in the eyes and tell me you're not. Stubbler only knows other hipsters like him. It's not me, it's my culture. Right, I don't think that's going to be strong enough on that side. That might just fall down as it is. Yeah, that pulled far too much. Yeah, I need to shower you, right? Yeah. Dirty scrubber. I haven't used that yet word for a while. Right, that's got us 40 grand. We're 25 grand under budget. If Gwynblade can slowly make this journey, then I'm putting him back on my will. He can have half the Doomhaus. This is going down, says Kit. Maybe... $35,000 under budget. No, 35,000 under budget. It's so good the leaderboards are struggling to load, and I'm still not in the top 26,000 in the world. Exactly, kitten. Yeah, looking at me like that, saying this wasn't going to work. I see you. And I've beaten Organdon, the guy on my friends list who is like, we met in 2016, by 20 grand. Lovely. That's a good start. Yeah, get joined in with everything and whoop and scream about... Yeah, get joined in with everything and whoop and scream about it, or you'll get that firmer, which I think can be fatal. Oh, firmer. Yeah. I don't want Sothan to call me a hipster anymore, though. That's all I'm doing it for. Good work, Gwynblade. Scotty, your cane will be back from the menders shortly. And now, who's these? Who's these? I mean, it's Sothan, right? Because Sothan's colours. And who's red? Alkarion. Dale. That's such a long way. Okay, I think the problem with this game is the difficulty just spikes way too early. Maybe we can get Sothan across, but I'm sorry, Alkarion, you're slightly heavy. And I've got no hydraulics or anything, we've just got to get across, we can do that. You are a fan of What are you insinuating? Are you calling yourself a barista, Sothan? You're better than that. Do I go big arch? Mina's not here, right? She's in Berlin at the moment, so we can get away without doing any arches. But it might actually be the beneficial shape on this level. You saying you don't look like a barista? You're a man in their 30s with a beard, Sothan. You fit the mould perfectly. Oh, that was satisfying. We'll do that again. You ready? Deep breaths, everybody. I don't know what the best noise is. The bridge fill noise or the... this one. One more time. I look like a fat twat. I don't know why the word look like in that sentence is funny. And it's nothing to do with you before you say it is. You look like because underneath it's all t-shirts. Underneath your robes. This is... Yeah, Kitten, can you say this is going down again? Because this one actually is. Let's fill that in with... Oh, I don't like that sound as much as the road one. This bridge is in trouble. No. We got this. We might just have to use a bit of steel. Worst things have happened. 84 grand budget. Ooh, no. This one's not... I'm not confident. What was that? Vladimir Putin over here. Okay. I don't have any anchor points here, can I? So I can't go with a big suspension bastard. But let's just see if with proper support this thing can stay up. Which I doubt. Alright, 1s and 2s. Does this survive? Does Alkarion and Sothan get across this gap nicely? 1 for yes, 2 for no. If you're correct, I'll kick you. Satan says no. Alright, 5, 4, 3, 2. Oh, that's got a lot of flex. I mean, Sothan doesn't weigh a great deal here, but Alkarion's following far too close. The good thing is about this is it's entirely Alkarion's fault. Mind right. I'm so sorry, I've let you down. I exist to let my friends down. Mind right, good morning. Why does that fail? It started wobbling immediately like it was... Maybe that would fix the problem? And then do the same on here so it doesn't have that like weird flexiness. You're not going to fit, are you? Shit. I don't like the budget. That's also maybe weak in the middle. Alkarion, please. Okay, it's not straining under Sothan. It's calm. We're all calm. We're fine. Why did you ask me? I was in the kitchen because barista Sothan mentioned coffee. What did I ask? What did I ask, Kitten? I can't remember. It was something about barista Sothan. Right, let's steal this up and send them over again. You went out Uber driving last night. You found Waldo. Was it just a lot of drunk people in costume, mind right? I forgot you did that. Oh, I've just realised what the problem was. Somebody forgot to put... The fact I managed to do that is crazy. I managed to get this far. Let's see if it can still work. Taking that bit of steel out. I'm still... What, 34 grand under budget? You've got all the first books on your solo account on 7 days. Or fist books. Beautiful work. Beautiful. Top 128,000 players in the world. A lot of people play this game. But we have beaten Organ Donor. And frankly, that's all I'm bothered about. Someone identifies as a barista. Can you trust them or even consider them a true friend? Oh, Is there going to be a load of people on LinkedIn? Is it possible to find people on LinkedIn who actually call themselves baristas instead of working in a coffee shop? I already don't like... Ah. To be honest, them places smell good at least. I've worked in enough places that don't smell good. Apparently there's one called 7th Curse that makes the 7th punch in a short time do 300% damage. I like them. Because the skill books start getting a bit fancy later on, don't they? Pay me $10 and I'll add barista to my LinkedIn. Alright everybody, sub to the South then. Quick. Barista is a gateway to becoming a mixologist, which is not actually a profession in Skyrim, I've learned. Can I crack the top 100,000? I already have. Lovely. I kind of want to just see how far I can get by replacing some of this steel, because it's a bit expensive. Maybe I can get rid of that, and then we'll bring this in a smidge. Worked at Subway for a few years, and they forced us to call ourselves sandwich artists. I blame Disney for doing the whole cast thing instead of staff. It's just made people get creative in all the wrong directions. That shit is dumb. Yeah, it is. You're being quite grumpy sailor right now, kitten. It always goes back to Disney. But Walt was such a nice man. Ooh, top 82k. I think I could whittle some of this steel though. Oh, go on. Maybe we can inch it up a bit. Grump your sailor. Siddle's posted that earlier. Surely that isn't actually happening. There was a story, there was a section on British morning television today that said they were planning to change the lyrics to "What shall we do with the drunken sailor" to "What shall we do with the grumpy sailor?" Because apparently mocking people for being drunk at work is a bad thing to teach children, so we'll just mock them for being sad instead. Hey. It's like one of the things where I get it, but I don't get it. I understand why, but I don't understand why. If it's happening, that is. It might just be a stupid talking point to get people ringing in. I don't know. That's breaking. Ooh, we are replacing a lot of this steel. I feel good about this. It might have just been somebody phoning in, suggesting doing it or something silly. These are the stories that just don't exist in reality, like that thing about kids identifying as animals and schools having to put litter trays in the classrooms. Yeah. It's like somebody's taken things too far, but then that's just everything lately. When in doubt, it's clickbait, exactly. Like, nothing can just exist in a dangerous direction. It has to be ramped up all the way to its extreme so everybody can get angry about it. Azar, good morning. So very tabloidy. Yeah, but it probably could be true. They're probably going to change my favourite song lyrics. They're probably going to be... Yeah. That's my favourite thing, when you prove somebody wrong on something and they said, yeah, but I bet that's what he wants. You see it a lot, don't you? Well, it might not be true this time, but etc, etc. You don't understand, I'm a victim. Okay. Yeah, well, I believe it's true. He might not have done it this time, but I bet that's what he thinks. Fucking idiots. All of us as well. Let's not pretend we're all not guilty of it. I think I can get away with this without any steel. We know, Sothen, we know. You've got a legitimate gripe though, Sothen. Look at the state of you. Right, first trial with no steel. Ooh, it's gonna be too much flex down here. I'm not confident. Yes, Sothan, Alkirion, congratulations. Yes, my life is hard trying to get these damn wheels in 7 days. Ooh! Oh, I've got to go for that, right? I've got to go for the top 25,000. Remembering the latter games. Remembering Polybridge 2 and 3, when I was, like, pushing for the top 50 people in the world. And here I am, struggling to shave off enough money to break into the top 25,000. I don't think it's because we've got worse, or the games... Or I think it's just because more people played the first game than any other, right? Right, that's shaving a few off. That is a good question, Satan. There are a lot of people that have $0. There must be some cheat or something. My life's hard. Trying to get these damn wheels. So if I'm just sit down wheezing litter trays, pass it on. At least have some dignity and stand up, something. I think I can take these out pretty comfortably. Because that's not going to pivot too much, but we've already got a little bit too much weight here that maybe the arch was benefiting. That was maybe benefiting from the arch. Oh, yeah. Maybe just connect that up, then we're still missing 1 wood. Funny part is I have 8 wheels on the solo server. Yeah, that's because... I was going to say you're hogging them all for yourself, but you hog everything for yourself in the group server as well. What can I shave off? Maybe we can get rid of you. I want to crack this top 25 to 25,000. We're going to give him a complex. He'll go with all the other complexes we've given him over the years. You know what the solution is to it? It should stop being so selfish. There was a button, right? Is it shift? Yeah, there we go, shift. Maybe I can just skinny up this lot. Then we can get rid of that whole section. Does anybody else want skinnying up while I'm doing it? Move you out slightly. So if I can maybe get it under 40,000 and what? Under 40,300. Maybe shave $88. Exactly. The only way out is through. Bully him harder. I'll take care of that sweet, sweet middle section. What, by punching him in it? Top 20. Oh, do I get top 20,000? I've got to stop behaving like this in these games. I'm relaxed now, you see, I'm calm, I'm enjoying myself. And when I get like that, I look for a reason or a mountain to climb. I ruined your joke. Oh, when I said... Yeah, okay. When I was talking about losing weight... Yeah, skinnified, yeah, no, yeah, I'm with you. Thank you, Kitten, for helping me understand me. I can't believe how lowering these made it break so easily. Oh, we're nearly there. I've got to do it right. What could I do that those people didn't? Maybe we bring it even further in. We'll do it. No, let's just do it on this side as a test. Come on, Sothan, speed it up a little bit. There we go. Smash it, and we're in the top 20k. This is how low we've fallen, everybody. You can tell it's been a bad year. Because now we're desperately trying to get into the top 20k. Did I beat Organ Donor? Absolutely slaughtered him. Lovely. I've said it in Discord before, but part of me was actually expecting Razor to have bought the game and got like ridiculously high scores on every level, just so he could show up here and be a dickhead about it. That would be like Razor, right? Lovely. 3rd level of the day, then. Alright. This level is called it's called Split. Is anybody good with hydraulics? There was a level on Polybridge 2 that is scaring me. So Alcarion goes across, then there's a break. Who wants to drive this thing? Raise your hands. Who wants to be in charge of this shit? I can't think of anybody that fits the tone. We don't have anybody that lives in a place that's known for surfing, right? Except the internet. Kitten and Towns drive a camper van because they need room for the family. Oh, Azar lives in Southern California. It's perfect. There you go. Azar and Alcarion. Roger that. I don't go outside, so I'm not really a surf. You surf the internet, that's close enough. Yeah, Kitten can walk. Balls to it. I do a lot of surfing in the landlocked Midlands. Right, so Alcarion goes first, then, and he goes to this, then Azar goes and he needs to go up. No, the other way around.
How's the rectum?
Do you know what, Razor? My rectum is lovely. It's not actually. Do you want to know the bullshit? I've been complaining about always falling through the cracks when it comes to this doctor stuff. Any doctor stuff. I always seem to... There's always a mistake, then I fall through the fuck out. Where everybody else... I finally got my tests in, got them delivered, got everything sorted, and then I was like, right, can I finally have the appointment? And they said, no, the doctor that wants to be in charge of this is gone on holiday for 10 days. But at least I've checked, and I don't have anything serious, so that's good news. How's your rectum, Razor? I feel like I never actually ask you these things.
Falling through the crack. Ha 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 ha. Crack. Like ass. Calm down.
Sorry, I was just over the top with excitement. Razor, thank you for the bits. Welcome to the medical thing, exactly. But I've lived in situations with very poorly people all of my life, and they can get seen immediately, and everything goes fucking swimmingly. They get results, they get tests, they get diagnoses, they get everything. It all lands in their plate. The NHS is amazing, lovely, smashing, nice. Then when I go in, you know, so it's Monday when I go in for my appointment. Monday the 11th, in fact. So when I go in, you can guarantee there's going to be Yorkshire's first flash flood on that day. You bought a nice pram. What, for going to the beach, kid? Well, I'm sorry, Azara's stolen your vehicle. Right, is this level as easy as... This isn't holding up. This is not holding at all. It probably won't even get across it. So when Alcarion goes... No, because Alcarion needs to go up there, not down there. Oh, hang on a minute. So Alcarion needs to go to the A, and Azar needs to go to C. Well, the flags are very confusing, aren't they? My rectum is fine today, not yesterday. Had an extremely spicy dish. Did it involve rice and saffron by any chance? Rice and saffron are the name of Razor's house servants. Oh, for going walking, I see. Rectum, I never touched him. To be fair, Stubbler, the older you get, the less interested the medical field is in treating. Yeah, maybe so. I've done it again. What am I doing? Stop this. I need to build the bridge up to there, don't I? I've been a terrible fool of myself. You can hop in the back if you promise to be in charge of the hotbox kit. Will everybody stop ride sharing? It's bad for the environment. There we go. So if you think about it, a car struggles more with more people in it, which means it has to use more fuel per journey. So if every car only has one person in it, then that's peak efficiency, therefore it's less emissions, it's better for the environment. We saw in my summer car what a lot of human weight can do to vehicle efficiency. Deny that.
Calm down, Greta Thunberg.
What's that pronunciation? Fucking Thunberg. It's a scouse. Calm down, Greta Thunberg. At a certain point, it's not treatment, it's enthusiastic maintenance. I wouldn't mind some enthusiastic maintenance at this point. Right, how am I going to bend this down? Unless we just do some stupid shit. So we put a split joint in there. And then a steel here. Alright. I care slightly less about Azar's safety. Because Alcarion's an orange, you see. I'm sorry, Azar, it has to be. I'm just going to drop you off the end. I wish you all the best. Oh, the bridge will just fall down because I forgot that I need to... Alright, test run. Wait. Any box I'm in is a box. Can anybody translate? In Iran, it's always rice and saffron, then insert the rest of the ingredients here. Ice cream's a mess. Right, Alcarion, go to your flag. Amazing. Then we'll bend the bridge down, and Azar can just fend for himself. Actually, Azar might smash this part. Slower. Good stunts, team. That was expertly done. It's a hotbox when you fart in a carrier bag and share it with a friend. It's when you poo in a carrier bag and throw it off a roof. That's a hot bag. Boxes when it's Tupperware. Alright, can we shrink this down a bit better? Have I beaten organ donut? I have. Right, I could make this cheaper. Oh, the bag is upcycling. Enthusiastic colonoscopy is when your doctor is mid-procedure and you feel him put both hands on your shoulders. It's just the nurse, don't worry about it. Okay, now we work out how to risk Alcarion and Azar's safety in the most humane manner. Shrill, welcome to the stream. That's how I drive in every game ever, like this. In fairness, I beat the level before it broke. Look, max joint stress is at 87.7. If that was if this was breakage, exactly true.
Happy Halloween.
Good. Do I beat 30? Shrill, are you welcome? Oh. Stubble play Valheim, the new update is so good. We'll be back to Valheim in no time. We've just got the world to save from the Juavo, whatever it's called. Resident Evil rubbish. Maybe then we can replace this with wood. Is it good though, Razor? I'm glad to hear it. I'm looking forward to being back to Valheim. 7 days has given me the stream survival game itch to the point where I'm just ready for Valheim now. There's a free copy of Plague Tale Requiem going in Discord if any of you losers want it. Is that the sequel, Gwynblade? But the first one was like Plague Tale Innocence or something, right? Don't fall back down. Stay where you are. Don't fall... And it's in the top 30,000. Lovely. Plague's Tale... What was the first one called? Plague's Tale... Incident or Innocence is currently free on Prime. It might be the first one. Either way. Everybody get to Discord if you want that. Is it Innocence? Plague's Tale? What's the first Plague's Tale called? It's called something with an I. That's what you get for trying to cheap out on my bridge. What, high scores? I'll take it. I prefer your life more than... I prefer high scores more than your life. Oh. Every update makes the game better. It's not just blow. Yeah. Oh, I'm looking forward to it. It is Innocence first, yeah. I said Innocence and then immediately started doubting myself. Either way. If they're free, go get it. It's got rats in it. Okay, what's this level then? This level is called Sloped Drawbridge. So we've got Alkarion and Azar again. The next stage of their journey. Azar's managed to get the overtake. Alkarion maybe fell asleep at the wheel and had to have some time on the hard shoulder. So Azar goes first, and he needs to get this. And then Alkarion goes after, but there's 2 hydraulic phases. Alright, let's do some spicy stuff. By spicy, I mean basic hydraulics, which for me is terribly difficult on this game. Highly recommend. I don't picture you completing single-player games very often, so I find it surprising that you're recommending something like that. In a good way. How many hydraulics? I'm not limited on hydraulics, am I? The Doomhaus has rats in it as well. We're all rats deep down. That's there. It sounds like we've got some conspiracy going, Scotty, and people are leaking secretive stuff, but none of us are that interested. Alright, so that's on there. That probably doesn't need to be so secure. Then, if we build a huge infrastructure down here, but where do I want the hydraulics to bend from? Could I get a hydraulic? I was going to say, could I get a hydraulic to there and just lift the whole thing up clear of the... Probably not. And that's not going to sustain it, support itself anyway, is it? There aren't many, but I really enjoyed the storytelling. I would make a joke about California drivers, but I was in Italy this spring and learned that we have nothing on the Roman drive. There's something I like about the Mediterranean style of driving. Like, people talk about Delhi, don't they, and stuff for dangerous places to drive, but there's something about the way Mediterranean, like Iberian people drive their scooters with an absolute disregard for their own safety. I respect it. You know, I was once in Mallorca, and I woke up in the middle of the night. I was on holiday with our parents, so I must have been like 11 or something. I woke up in the middle of the night and I went out onto the balcony and just saw a little Peugeot just going full blast. You could hear it coming, and I watched it come because it was trying to overtake a moped. It tried to drive around the moped and just slammed straight into a big stall of clothes. All of it just went everywhere. There was shit flying all over, and the scooter driver waved to him, and he waved back, and they just drove off. So, are you alright? Yeah, you alright? Yeah, good. Okay. Ignore the guy. The store just got absolutely pulverised. I've been playing Crackdown 3 on the weekend. It's a pretty enjoyable game. Scotty. That's the one game I've said I didn't like on stream. Hang on, 1 second. I don't know if you can hear that. Be right back 1 second. I'm back. There's kids on the roof for some reason. You enjoying games, are you? Thandia, we're not here to enjoy games. Leave us alone. Thandia, welcome to the stream. I didn't quit Crackdown 3, Sotha. No, I just dug in and got it done, despite the fact that everybody was screaming for me to stop playing it. To be fair, from playing it, yeah, exactly, it didn't fit the stream one bit. Thandia, how are we? I don't understand how I'm going to get this thing out of the way. Because I don't have the... Like, if I was to put... Maybe if I put a hydraulic, like, here. Replace this with a hydraulic. I've got a lot of budget left. And then replace this with a hydraulic. Make them contract. I'm just not going to be strong enough to hold it. We'll get this done. You alright? Yeah, you alright? Yeah. Now fuck off. Essentially, well, somebody's shop got destroyed that day. You have nothing to say about it.
Can't tell if Polybridge 1 or Polybridge 4.
Polybridge 1, unfortunately. It's illegal to enjoy games. Shut up and kiss me. Chaz, welcome to the stream. What, pictures of Thandia and Scotty kissing? Chaz, good morning. Thandia? So then? Please stop flirting with each other for 5 minutes because I'm struggling on this level. That's confused me now. Why's the kids on the roof? Right, if not this design, how am I going to get the road out of the way of... without building some stupid expensive thing? Because as far as I can see, I've got no way unless... This is going to be really expensive, look. How much is this per metre? Damn, it doesn't even tell you how much this stuff is. This game... There you go, look, Razor. That's proof that this game old as dicks. Well, that's knocked my budget up by a mile. But with a hydraulic there, it might sustain. Huzzah! Please don't fall through the bridge. If this was Polybridge 1, Razor... Polybridge 4, I should say. It would tell me which piece broke. But instead... I'm going to have to cable up to there, then replace that with a hydraulic. This is going to break down here, you watch. Fuck. What are you playing Crackdown for, Scott? Just for achievements? Yeah, I think Crackdown Sothan is the only game I have regretted streaming. But I did beat it. We did get to the end. And then I had to change up the channel a whole bunch because I felt dirty. Just something to play. I'd never played any of them before. People always used to wax lyrical about the original one. Which I'm sure is good, and I'm certainly not denying that. Okay, my budget's going out of control and I don't understand how to bring it back. I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll get rid of that. We'll get rid of that. Then we will get rid of that. Then we'll get rid of that. Then we'll get rid of that. And instead... How do I do the line tool? What is going... Okay. Can I not line tool anymore? Alright, no, this game's fucked. What's happened? What have I done wrong? My theory was, maybe I could lift the bridge up like that, then we could lower a section, but then I still don't think... No, because Cesar has to get it first, doesn't he? Not Alkirion. Alright, but I need somebody that's built a bridge in real life. Not an emotional bridge, a literal one. I've knocked my microphone now. I've been thrown completely off course by some little shitbags on the roof. Maybe we're getting broken into. I did watch a video series on the physics of bridges and took 5 pages of notes on it for the Polybridge stream. Oh, you did do that, didn't you? And then didn't you download the game and play like 4 levels or something? Took 5 pages of... took 5 pages of notes to watch this crap. To what benefit? That about tracks. Is that a Sothan project? Right, how am I gonna... What I need is the bridge to go to about there. There. And then I need them to be able to support themselves. Kitten talked about not letting any trick-or-treaters to our door last night. I was about to say, oh, we don't get kids here because we live at the back of the building. No, there's kids climbing around on the roof. I jump around a lot. That's part of the reason why I've been investing so much time into this auction house project. You're trying to stop yourself from jumping around. You've got an inquisitive mind, Sothan. A very scatterbrained and unproductive inquisitive mind. The problem is I'm curious about everything. So if that stays up, does that stay up enough to let Azar go all the way across without breaking? No. It just needs to get out of the way of the boats. I'm curious about everything, and ChatGPT means that I can ask questions and get realistic answers so long as there's enough information about it available on the internet for it to train on. I must admit, on this point, like 3 weeks ago, I was complaining up a storm that the AI thing on Google was the first thing, and it was just like flickery, flashing rubbish, and it was in the way, and it took ages to load, and I just wanted to get to a proper website. Within that 2 weeks, I've instantly started using it more than anything else and not looking at anything else, just relying on that completely. My fight against AI lasted all of 2 minutes. That thing is actually pretty useful. Problem is the Google one sucks. I'm not going to profess to know more or less than all I said, but I do like it. It's giving you a lot of incorrect information. I suppose you can't confirm or deny that it's correct anyway, right? Yeah, for that, because it's AI. But then I could never confirm whether Wikipedia or any of those were correct, so I'm not quite sure whether I'm losing out or not by using it, but I all of a sudden find that I like it. Sorry, of course there is ways to... yeah, you know what I'm saying though, so I think, yeah. Just remember, hallucinations exist and you shouldn't rely on AI for everything, and that's actually important. Exactly. Same for Wikipedia and stuff, right? Just needs improvement, yeah. But I guess you can rely on professional you can't rely on professional journalism for anything important either, so it's just part for the course, yeah. If Wikipedia is not reliable, and journalism is not reliable, and you just choose what you believe. Always follow trust but verify, exactly. Nerds gummy clusters. Why are nerds branching out? Why don't they make them little horrible things that are so sour your eyes cross? They do sound good though. Okay, this sucks, this level. I don't understand why this is so difficult. It's because I don't have the anchor points that I need. Let's keep replacing things with steel until the bridge works, then we'll work back from there. Fucking hell. What broke? Right, slow it down. Which breaks? One of the three. The road. Which is the one I can work on the least. Unless I just put a hyper expensive rope in there to fix it. That just broke it immediately. Oh, you just don't believe in anything? It's the internet now, we just choose what we believe. Oh, why are you playing so hard to get level? We have got this anchor point, but I'm not sure what good that would be to me, because this bit doesn't need a second anchor point. They're like some Wonka crate. Didn't Nerds get bought out by Wonka at some point? Because there's like a Wonka brand of something now. I say now, like there hasn't been for the last 20 years. Has it got Wonka on the packaging kit? But yeah, fully acknowledging the fact that it struggles to work as well as you'd like it to. Oh, I've just had a thought. Okay. Right, somebody give me a single syllable word. Yeah, I like when you quickly Googling something, I do like to just take the AI thing. If I'm looking for something that needs to be specific, like something important, I like the idea of just getting an immediate vague idea without having to click a website. Piss. Alright. I'm going to save this level under piss. And then I've got an idea. Oh, wait. Am I misunderstanding something? A goes B, C, D. Maybe it doesn't need to split in the middle, per se. What I could also do is this. I'm going back to piss in a minute. Easy Green, welcome to the stream. It's not St. Patrick's Day, is it? Maybe we just do it. Oh, is this level way easier than I was giving it credit for? It might be. We'll put that there, that there, that there, that there. Then maybe... with enough steel and support... Maybe don't even need the steel. I can put that there, have it expand. Oh. And it's just simply not strong enough. Jesus. The history, the Sunmark Corporation launched Nerds in 1993 under the Willy Wonka Candy Company brand. In 2000, the Wonka line was sold to Ferrara Candy, a subsidiary of Ferraro Group. Nestle still distributes Nerds internationally. So it was Wonka, and then it got moved to... I'm assuming they removed the Wonka branding. I don't know what we've learned from that, but... it was worth inquiring. Oh, you're still not going to stay up, are you? Because Cesar is too heavy. Fucking hell, I don't get what this level is asking me to do. Turns out Polybridge 1 is difficult compared to the previous games. There's something similar to Nerds, but I can't remember the name. What, like a Lidl brand? Damn, I can go for Nerds now. I ate obscene amounts of those as a kid. I did the same in all countries where they're like the tiny little hard thing you get millions of in a box, and they can be incredibly sour. I'm assuming it's the same brand for same product for all of us. I could do with fewer hurtful comments about my weight, thanks. So a few less surfboards. Love fish tank pebblers. Oh, is that what you suggested it might have been to say? They're like little fish tank pebbles, yeah. It's from a local shop that we'd stop in on the way from the grandparents. They're bigger than Nerds, I think. Maybe a cheap brand. Is it from one of them sweet shops that we talk about so often around these parts, saying where they're like... It's a sweet shop run by a tiny old lady that's run that sweet shop for 170 years, and she's never missed a day's work. And there's never any lights on. And there's so much food over the windows, so much like sweets and stuff, that there's no light coming in from outside. It feels like you're going back 100 years when you walk through the door. And she has to get a little ladder that she wheels to the shelves at the back with all the big tubs. And she's got some proper old-fashioned scales at one of them type of sweet shops. That was a local newsagent from... Okay, that dispels my romantic image a little bit. We've all been in them sweet shops though, right? What the fuck am I missing? Wait, so Kitten, you had some incredibly delicious sweets that the entire world loves, and you had a big bag of them that were designed perfectly for you. And when you ate them, instead of enjoying what you had, you pretended they were fish tank lining. Hey, we attract the weirdos around these parts. Right, so there's no strength in this at all, which is frustrating. Yes. No wonder you ended up in this place. Do I have to steal the entire top of this bridge? Just exactly, yeah. But for some reason, they're the best fruit salad you've ever eaten. That's going to snap the hydraulic even to start with. I do not get this level. Let's go back to piss. We had one of them down the road from our primary school. Was there until they tore it down to build a housing estate. 10p mix, yeah. And every school had the rumour that a kid took like £4 into the shop to buy penny sweets. And we're all sat imagining going, whoa, I wonder if that's true. And he's like, you have to have a wheelbarrow to carry all 400 penny sweets. Also small, silly toys that would occasionally be banned from school. Off a bit of choking hazard. So if this is the closest we've come and I still can't get this car across without the whole thing breaking, then I think we're in trouble. Or we're banned from and not for annoying teachers. Remember them things? This is just white dog poo at this point. But remember them things you used to get when we were babies in like the early 90s, where you would, and you're a few years ahead of me, where it was like a bit of rubber that looked like the end of a condom, and you'd turn it inside out and it would have like crazy pressure, and you'd put it down and the pressure would slowly make it pop back the other way and it'd go flying. Remember those things? Are they called poppers? God, that term certainly evolved when you got a bit older. Yeah, I used to put like bits of gravel in them. Do you know, like in the depressed bit, you used to put gravel in it and let it fly. I'm surprised nobody went blind. Incredible DPS them things had. We could very quickly end up going down the white dog poo route though. Took that picture in Discord, then immediately buried his face in my armpit. Look out! Why is Theo more stoned than any of us have ever been? Right. I can't just be stuck on this level for the entire stream. He's not got used to the fact that your armpits stink yet, kid, right? So the idea of this bridge, right? I need to get this across here to get that, to get the star, and then that'll go up, and that's fine. Then Alcarion comes behind. But the bridge could be raised by that point, and that's fine. No, because the hydraulics come back down. I can't even, like... I can't even mess about to try and beat this level. I'm not even pissing around on this. Look who his mother is. He's babbling at me and I can't take it. For cuteness. Just went fisticuffs with 2 bears and 1. Damn, at that point, what's stopping you from hitting your shots? Are you on Survivor difficulty like we are? A Warlord or whatever it is? Okay, right. Let me... Should probably bump the difficulty because this is just from Iron Knuckles. Do it. Make everything you're doing more satisfying, right? I don't know why I'm struggling on this level so bad. I just need a system where the bridge can get out of the way of the boat. But to do that, I need some proper anchor points down here, and I don't have the anchor points I need. I worry that I'm overthinking this. Let's get everything out of the way. So this is back to piss. It's them orange jeans that's done it so far. I think that when you compliment Theo, everybody that compliments Theo in the future, you should give the compliment and then after that say he has a green father. You know? I mean, Towns is a handsome man, but green jeans, you know? What am I missing on this level? Why can't I build a bridge that's strong enough to be able to... Like, I can't even anchor from down below, which is frustrating. Let's just massively over-engineer it to get it to work. And then we'll work back from the over-engineered point, right? So does that get him across? Still under budget, technically. But then when these lift, is it going to lift? When the hydraulics fire? Is that even out of the way of the boats? After all that. Maybe then we go from here to here. Then we put the hydraulic in there. We'll just go from hydraulic to hydraulic until we can get this to work. That should lift this a lot higher. It was out of the way. Right, contract 50. Hang on, how does this work? So I expanded a different direction. They're interesting looking boat. I think they were like steamboats or something. Then that goes up, but it's not going to go high enough, is it? Yeah, they're like steamboats without the steam. Makes me think of Red Dead. Okay, give me this. Let's drag that a bit further that way. Will that give me more height or less? Because that's weak now as well. Is that high enough? Still not high enough. Jesus. I'm going to say the casino boats, yeah. But see, I think there's about 15 Red Dead missions about exactly that. kind of do want... Like, Red Dead Redemption is one of them games that I like so much that I don't want to stream it. That's the sequel, especially. But, I don't know, mate. What was the problem there? Why are you breaking there? But seeing this new PC version that's come out makes me think maybe we could get away with the Red Dead 1 playthrough. I don't know. Now we're in a position where the channel's... It's going to need a bit of rebuilding after I finally get well again. Oh, that's good. Is it out of the way? Is it still not out of the way? What am I supposed to do? Look at the sheer amount of steel it's using just to get it this far. Oh, I hate this game. Purely because it hates me. We're still under budget. Let's get Azar up there. Right, watch this. This is the one. Please say the one on the right at least clears the boat. Oh. That might work. That's still not far enough out, is it? Ah. Build it in a smidge, maybe? Get rid of that, I think. We can rebuild it and make it stronger and more powerful than ever before. Only if it gets struck down by Darth Vader. Please say you're out of the way. Please. I should not be struggling this much on the tutorial levels on the first... Oh. Somebody insult Sothan to cheer me up. I'm still under budget technically, so I could go a lot wilder with it, but... That's slightly further back. That might work. How many pixels? If this is as close as I think it is, I'm going for a midstream break now out of anger. How close? Never mind. Fuck this game. So possibly that's enough. Kid, stop dancing. We're struggling here. I need solidarity, not somebody jiving in the background. Right, please. For the love of Cerbatron. Is that insulting Sothan? That's a tube man, isn't it? Maybe then, if I can afford to, we put this in here. Actually, that's not going to work, is it? Shit. Look at the name. I didn't realise it's called... So what's the Sothan reference? So then we just keep rolling these back, make them as big as possible. Or, even... Is that going to make it too weak? It's really is a tube band. Is that Cards Against Humanity related? Because there is a tube band card, isn't there? Okay, maybe we do need to contract there as well. The sheer amount of effort it's taking just... I suppose I should be replacing that. I'm missing some features from the other games. Okay, Azar goes across. The bridges lift up and out of the way, hopefully. We're all calm. It was some stream product. Everybody should sub to the Sopen though while you're on. That's one of the emotes you can get for subbing to Sopen. Right now. Oh. Should mean I can push this a lot further back now, but is that actually gaining me any distance? Pray, pray. Pray. I'm going to say it. I'm scared of this game now. Why is Polybridge 1 doing me like this? And now that whole side breaks off for reasons unknown. I put a bit of steel alongside the... This is my last attempt. I'm going to have to go for a midstream break in anger. Kitten, you can be in charge of this one. Oh, that was tight. Oh. And then, please reattach in the middle. Please I beat organ done. Oh. I beat the level. Please tell me I can just move on from this one. Oh, fuck this game. Use your anger. Right, let's just zoom in on the two culprits. The two people who are the most to blame for this being an absolute nightmare. And then let's go for a nice midstream break where we can all relax and listen to Polybridge music and pretend that this never happened. Lovely. Right, I shall be back in 2 minutes where we will continue Polybridge until it's time for trick or treat marbles and stream wrists. I've read Stub and Blur. I'm called neither of those, so I'll take it. Can't blame me, my people gave your people the Marshall Plan. I might have to go Google that. Unless it's an Eminem album. I'll be back 2 minutes. Kitten's in charge. Everybody behave.
Don't touch that dial. The Doomhaus Playhouse will be back with your lovable host Stubbler after these messages.
I'm just hoping the messages aren't from Razor. Well, that was a nice calm midstream, but there's something about Hollybridge. It just brings the level of the Doomhaus down to something a bit more manageable, right? Easy Green, thank you for the bits. Chaz, Kitten, this is not dancing music. You'll get everybody dino dancing next. Who this?
69.
What about it? Reza, thank you for the bits. Easy Green, thank you for the bits. What is in this can? Damn, look at that. See, this is why we need to get back to My Summer Car. Because you people need something to dance to. That's your energy's all off. Mindrate says Tropical. Kitten says Sprite. Oh, I beat this level. I did it. I am capable of bridges. I wouldn't mind getting in the top 100,000. Oh, Dijon mustard. Satan says orange. Razor says lemonade. I've got 3 finesses this week. If I can make it 4 out of 5, then it's been a good week. Right, let's shave this bridge down a bit, get it nice and cheap. See if we can get to the top 100,000. Azar says spite. Easy Green says Pepsi Max Cherry. Spite. Scotty says ginger beer. I do harbour a lot of spite whenever I'm sat here talking to these people, Azar. Look at this beautiful bridge. I can see you're all impressed. It's a bit expensive though, and I'd like to get to the top 100,000. Okay, ginger beer, spite, Pepsi Max Cherry, lemonade, orange, Dijon mustard, Sprite, tropical. The answer is 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That is 4 finesses this week out of 5. There's been a lot of people guessing this week as well. 4 finesses out of 5, and all with relatively common drinks. I'm not smug saying I'm amazing. You know? Oh. Right, nowhere near the top 100,000. Okay. It's downhill now to the weekend and to marbles. Apart from you US folks who've got hours and hours left. Didn't get that one though, did you? Kitten, shut your mouth. Stop ruining everything. Okay. Right, let's get rid of some of this really expensive steel then. If I'm going to get into the top 100,000... Top 100,000, by the way. Polybridge 2, remember, I was trying to get into the top 100. Just 100. Now, I'm rusty. I'm out of it. What's the word that children say now when somebody's past their best? There's a kid's word for it. Skibbity, that's... Yeah, skibbity, yeah, thanks, Azar, thanks, Chaz. Yeah, I'm glad you're here. Washed. Yes, washed, I'm washed. I'm a washed Polybridge player. I say I. We all are. We all contributed to them really good bridges last time, and now look at the state of us. Can't even get past halfway through level 2. You're all washed. Oh, 600 away from the top 100k. I'm having it. How am I going to get rid of $600? Do I need that? I don't think I do. At least Chaz misspelled it. Does he get away with a little bit of credit? Why do people hang around with so many kids? For some reason, the Leeds podcast I listen to, they insist on joking about internet language. I think because they have to exist on like real social media. It keeps. This is not me saying, "Oh, don't really. I don't actually. I don't exist in a place where." They keep making fucking jokes about it. Washed. Oh, I replaced 1 steel and got down into the top 64k. Press 1 to move on and be sensible. Press 2 to go for top 50k in the world. I probably did. I don't know how to spell that. Such blasphemous speech. Kit says do it. Okay, my eldest uses bruh. Hasn't used skip yet. Where have they got that from? To be honest, nobody could control us, could they? No matter how many times people 30 years our senior judged us for whatever we were saying as kids, we never listened. Got it from YouTube. Both of you answered that very quickly. Please don't snap. That really feels like it's going to tip all the way over backwards. Yeah, but our lingo wasn't dumb. I mean, there is a tiny bit of truth in the fact that we, growing up without the internet, didn't have a constant, repeating cycle of culture that was just churning out, and things were getting old-fashioned. Things now get old-fashioned every 5 months, don't they? If that, in a matter of weeks. So it's just constant. I bet it's already like being used all this language is already being used ironically among these people. Whereas our stuff had time to settle in, I guess. Because how long does it take to just... Gwynblade, I'm sorry, I'm using this as an example. Please don't disown me. How long does it take for a meme to be old-fashioned now? I'm being sarcastic, by the way. This is for those that are going to accuse me of being sniffy. They watched it on Freevee, technically, on Amazon Fire Stick, because in their infinite wisdom they decided to include things you couldn't get rid of that gave access to various shitty YouTubers. But so there's locked apps. Is there no, like, kid mode on it or anything, sir? 2 weeks. Almost 15 minutes. No wonder we're all so behind. Gwynblade even looks like a behind. It could lock the whole thing down, yeah. Oh, how have I just made this bridge more expensive? There's some bit of steel on here I don't need. Maybe we can replace you with a double wood. I don't know what the maths is. Whether or not these are cheaper. Can we do this thing and it tells me how much the thing is I've highlighted? It doesn't. Oh. Right, 49.16 is the current cheapest I can get this bridge. I suppose the internet's changed things as well in the sense that, like, our parents never got a chance to hear all the dumb shit language we used to say. And they would have had no idea in the direction youth culture was going because it wasn't being fed into their pockets. That's 49.16. If Alkirion can just get across. Top 50k, top 50k, top 49208. I think it's safe to say we've completed this bridge, and I'm going to sit here now and brag about beating a level on the second world. Alright, this is the... My chair stuff. I brought this chair already. Please say no. There we go, it's fine. This is the final build on this bridge from the Doomhaus. It's not just with memes, though. Look at the news. Trump gets assassinated feels like 15 years ago. That's the thing, Riz. That's completely put me off all of the stupid exaggerating and stuff everybody's doing at the moment. Like, the fact that we've broken ourselves to the point, and I know that people don't like him and there's a stupid conspiracy that he shot himself in the head or it was all staged, but the fact that a presidential candidate can get shot in the head and then it's old news within a week, that is a sign of a serious problem. Not just once, yeah, multiple times, yeah. At least two, right? I'm going to hear something fantastic. Do it, kid, cheer us up, yeah. We're getting too much input. It's too hard to care about. We're oversaturated with crazy news. Yeah. Lovely. The level is complete. We made it into the top 50k. I'm completely... Pet the swan. Okay, I need $1 off. I need $1 off. That's not some Russian oligarch. I just need... I've got to beat Swan. What did Teddy do, kitten? We need to know. She's not telling us. It's too hard for people to stop lapping it up, exactly. Theo is finally learning to break wind. Babies have to learn how to relax enough to pass wind. Last night he was yelling and showing how uncomfortable he was. I figured I'd change his nappy and get him all cosy and warm. Put my hand over his belly to strap the nappy over it, and he let out the longest, loudest, stinkiest fart I've ever heard from him, followed by a huge poo. I'm so proud of him. See, and this is why I fully respect Easy Green and fully respect Mindtrite, and I almost unanimously agree. But the fact that we respond to that happening with our complaints about Trump, it goes to show that it's become WWF. And the next thing you can say is, well, that's his fault. But we should get out that. We need to get out of that thinking, because he's not going to be around forever. But we're always going to be behaving like this because it's the trend. When he's been and gone, we're in this mindset now, and regardless of who's to blame, it's like Razor says, it's insane. We don't know how to process any of this, so we go back to our talking. Do you know what I mean? You stood there laughing. So does that mean he might not projectile poo everywhere now, kitten? If he can just let gas out without pushing the entire thing out in one swoop? It's not like there's anything useful in his head. Trump has an ADHD effect on the media, but I don't honestly think it's him, Easy Green, because we have that problem ourselves in this country. If a kid throws food at adults and the adults throw food back, the kid started it is not a good excuse, precisely. It's too late for humanity to just let it Ouroboros itself. He's not done yet. Yes, I've got to say, kitten, you've told us a story about him firing a log over, you know, clearing the outside of his bed. Sounds like my morning, kitten. When somebody was putting your diaper on, Mindtrite, right? All right, new level, double overpass. This should be easy. There's no hydraulics, there's no boats. We just got Azar on his own, just needs to get across the gap. This is easy. This is easy. We're having this level bashed out in 5 minutes. Watch this. Bing, bang, boing. Although there's no... I hope you understand my point there, Easy Green and Mindrite, by the way. That was absolutely not aimed at you. I was using that as an example of my own behaviour sometimes. Or a behaviour I'm certainly aware that I am guilty of as well. Right. Is that enough clearance? Imagine if it just goes... Okay, maybe not. Little by little, real life is starting to reflect the absurdity that is found on the internet. You know, I always used to say, Chaz, that the internet is not real life, and we need to stop behaving like it is. And despite the fact that if you was to go outside to any pub or anything like or social gathering, you'd find a few internet people that behave like the stuff we see every day, but damn, I went over budget immediately. What? How do you keep this fucker under budget then? Where is it? But the internet is starting to have too much of an effect on real life to the point where it now needs to be acknowledged. There we go. Did the boat hit the bridge? Oh, fuck, I think it's a bit too low. Sorry, I got mixed up in about 8 topics there. I really hope he doesn't shoot a fart on the floor again. Ooh, now it's just not strong enough to carry it. Yeah, mind right, Easy Green, I hope you understand that I wasn't aiming that at you, as I said. Then let's put that across there, and I'm still under budget by $100. Don't break in the middle. Why did you break? If only there's a way to consume less internet. Imagine. There, 16, that's bang on the budget. Why do you break there so much? I moderate a reasonably large Discord server, and the number of people who will complain literally all day about the internet but refuse to ever touch grass is staggering. It may be one of those situations, Azar, where these people have realised that they've managed to sacrifice literally everything they have other than the internet, and they're regretting their decision and wishing it would get better so that they don't have to face the fact. Oh, that was nice. Okay, we beat the level. 225,000 people. I'm starting to feel like I'm a bad Polybridge player playing on this. I remain unyeeted. Good, good, good. Whatever he wasn't aiming at you, let me aim at you instead. I don't even know what it is, but I don't care that much either. Apathy. The use of the phrase touch grass is the most worrying bit of that. Hey, if the internet's regulating itself in its own way, Gwynblade, I suppose it's fine. As long as it's happening. Okay, shrinking a budget down on this is going to be tough. I can't make friends in real life. Have you tried making friends in real life? Sad Eric. That's the name of an emote, by the way. I'm not calling Eric out on anything. That would be wild. It's true, though.
Why people never believe giraffes? Because they tell tall tales.
Yeah, I'm giving you that one, Santa. I need a sound. What sound could I have on the soundboard that was... like, it's got to be a positive sound or a negative sound. But I need a negative one for when Santa comes in and drops a clanger. I mean, I could do the old Discord one, but it's a bit too long. Damn, there's some nerds in Discord in more ways than one for once. What would it be? This one?
In Romania.
No, it'd have to be a poo sound. Yeah, that one. I was thinking that, Ken. I think I've got one. But then I'd use... it would be just as annoying as this is. This one, you mean? What's the sound of rotten veg being thrown? Santa, good afternoon. So I just need a positive. Okay, have I got everything I'll ever need? Who was this one brought to us by? Which nonce provided this one? Alright, let's get in the top. What's my target? I need you all to set me a goal for this level. Like the one from Price is Right or something. Don't care enough to be apathetic. That'd be one of them people that... there's some people that... Look. Right, Razor. I don't know if you've seen the message that this stream went live with today, Razor, but I fully expected you to... Your goal is not killing me and ruining my... yeah, I don't know if you saw, but I fully expected Razor to just come in and buy the game and then get really low scores and everything. Be one of them dickheads. Unfortunately, I'm too busy. Good. Good. Stay away from my bullshit. confused myself now. I shouldn't be looking at the leaderboards. That might make it cheaper, but whether it makes it cheap enough to get into the top 100,000, I don't know. Is this really the internet's fault, though? Isn't that just what happens when you give every person equal power of expression? Society regulates people better. Democracy sucks. Death to the USA. He always spins off down these. Have you noticed? Them's fighting words. I'm going to say Harry's going to pop up in a second and fight back. The hairs on the back of his neck stood up and he doesn't know why. You do it if you had the weekend off. I'd even get the top score with 0 just to fuck with you, exactly. Harry, good morning. What did you ask anyway? Is this really the internet's fault? Isn't that just what happens when you give every person equal power of expression? But yeah, that's the internet, right? It's the fault of our desire to use this to, yeah. The creation of the internet is still the crisis point, right? You know what I mean by that. That sounds a bit extreme. Right, top 100,000. I'm going to take that, you know? Alright. This is the final build for this level. Is it pretty? No, I don't think I've built a pretty bridge at this yet. Azar is across. He's going a long way. Azar's been on every level. Can we have somebody other than Azar or Elkirion today, please? We had Gwynblade at the... We've got somebody in green. Who's in green? Santa. Okay, Santa and Azar. Oh, this looks complicated and I don't want to play it. Okay, we've finally got somebody... What? What does that mean? This is supposed to clear things up. How am I supposed to work this out? So that goes, then that goes, then A2 turns around and goes back. So Azar gets this circle or the fucking octagon and goes to this thing. Then the bridge lifts up and he gets that. Oh, it might be a bit simpler than I thought, but we are restricted on hydraulics and rope. Alright, grid on. Just saying the internet isn't adding much to the mix, it's just unveiling what's really there. Annoying little primates that need to shut up from time to time. Exactly. But the internet's not going away and it's causing problems. It's causing this pre-existing problem to become a shit show. And then it's affecting, like, it's affecting everything. Saw a funny meme the other day. Harry. That should have made me laugh, but it did. Okay, right, let's see what happens here. So, does Santa stop on this thing? He does. Then that lifts up. He gets that, and then drives to the end. Santa, do you want to... Santa, do you want to just...
Happens with old age.
Yeah, no, but... He's only in his 30s. Give him a second. He's just not tall enough to... Just get... I think he needs to get the star before it moves, right? So a funny meme the other day said something like, remember when we thought a lack of access to information was reason for dumb people? There's truth in it. But then we all sit around and try and say it's the other... Oh, I don't know. Right. This is the way. No, don't contract. Expand, expand, expand. Bang. Okay, yeah, that's... No, it needs to be pushed from underneath, doesn't it? Like my wonder bra. There we go. The internet has just removed the consequences for people exercising the worst bits of themselves. Precisely. You'd have got a slap for most of this in the past, wouldn't it? Yeah, we were quite self-correcting. You don't need survival of the fittest anymore, right? Remember when I was confused on this level and I didn't know how to do it? You remember back then? It's a long time ago now, but now we're just living a world of success. Look at that. That is Lee. I'm proud of that. I mean, it's one of the easier levels and I shouldn't be proud of it, but just like that. It might be one of them where I just move on. I'm sure I'm in like a really high position on the leaderboards. But I have no chance of seeing that right now because the... Hello! Still beat Organ Donor, but where's... Hello! Okay. Top 81k. What's the challenge? Somebody challenge me. I'm in the top 81,000. 75k maybe? Oh, my goal is just to not kill Azar. I don't think anybody's gone in the water yet, right? It hasn't really removed consequences, though. It's changed them. Back in the day, if you couldn't get a date, you were lonely until you made changes so that you could. Now, instead of changing, you find an incel forum and spend years wallowing in shared misery and self-loathing. What can I say? How can I say this without it being too controversial? There is definitely downsides to you to not accepting problems. Oh, this is hard to explain. To a certain degree, the internet has made having problems a community thing. And to fix the problems, you have to get out of the community. Or you have to evolve away from the group you're in, or whatever, right? Does that make sense? And then you always end up identifying with those problems. Yeah, there is a bit of that. You would not have been able to act like an incel in pub. Yeah, exactly. I think that's the other thing. The consequences for the internet are in some cases much worse, but the internet enables you to avoid engaging with them constructively if you don't want to. You can celebrate having them, I suppose, yeah. Instead of being forced to change, you have to... Yeah, there's truth in that. The consequence would have been having your head kicked in. Just now they can do it without consequence, just online, yeah. But they wouldn't have, like as I said, they wouldn't have needed to be in that position in the first place. Alright, I need 2 taxi drivers. Who are we having? Razor's one, and Harry's the other. I'm going to force these two to get along. America and Iran, finally working together. Razor's in front, Harry's in the back. Nothing's harder to break out of than tribal. Exactly. And if you've got a serious problem and you find a bunch of other people that have a serious problem, having that serious problem can become... I do worry about that, but I don't know how to phrase it. I'm worried that I end up accidentally making it sound like I'm saying something else when I'm not. Okay, land brace. I think you're both right, though, Gwynblade. I think that's Azar's point, right? It's not made anything easier or harder, but it's certainly changed things. And it's changed the dynamic. Finally, peace. Until you realise that the UK, for the next hour, Razor will be routinely dumping the pair of you into the waters, just so you don't get to the other side of our isolated island over here on this side. Yeah, talking about consequences differently. Very true, very true. Right, then I might have to do this with steel. Is there a hydraulic phase? There is. So Razor goes across first, then there's a hydraulic phase, then the boat comes through. But how am I going to do this without an anchor point on the other side? Unless I just make an incredibly strong bridge, but then... A land brace in Polybridge historically has been like this, right? And then you just budge it as far up to the wall as you can get it. And then maybe we'll build... like that. We'll put the grid back on. I've got a rope as well. What do I need a rope for? Like that. Then have that contract and see what happens. Razor. Oh, happens with age. Oh, wait. And after all that hard work, okay. I will say on the other side, if you choose to practice the internet responsibly, you can talk to people from more places with more perspective than was ever possible previously. Yes, I actually think we've cultivated a pretty good group in that respect, right? Here. I don't know if... there's nobody in the... there has been a few people I've been worried about been taking things considerably too far. But not in a Doomhaus sense, just in a general sense. But I think we're all a good example of the fact that people can use the internet in a healthy way. Go on. Trouble is, this needs to be damn near vertical, doesn't it? The key point is that someone has to teach people to want to interact with people who are different from them and want to self-improve instead of blaming other people for their problems. Yeah. But I think... let me read Gwynblade's point before I build off that. The issue is the way social media works is fueled by... Yeah, I was about to say, there's websites that are tuned by their very business model to not let that happen, right? Twitter and Reddit be gone in 6 months if people could get along. Sounds good. When do we start? This is the point where you two argue furiously over when we start and nothing gets done, right, in an internet fashion. They wouldn't drive enough engagement to pay for the infrastructure. Can you go vertical, please? If I've only got 4, what is it asking me to do? Alright, let's not have the hydraulic there. Or that there. This should be a strong enough bridge by itself. Build it on its Todd then. Lower that to there, that to there. Then we'll copy that and stick that there. You onto there and you onto there. Bridgeman showed up there. Then one hydraulic that just expands fully there. No, wait. I need you off. Are you strong enough to exist? Razor, please don't break my bridge. I mean... does that still break the bridge? No? Can that go vertical? Nowhere sodding near. Todd is another name for a poo. What does it mean when... oh, you've made me think about poo now, Scotty. Thank you. Right, let's remove that. Then have that there contracting. No, because that's not going to be strong enough, is it? Shit. Oh! This game is a lot harder than I was anticipating it being. Turns out the tutorial is tough. That just breaks the road. Can I put a steel in there? I'm almost at budget now as well. Oh. Alright. It should be simple enough. I just need to get the bridge out of the way. I think the business model follows the bad behaviour. If people decide to avoid the toxicity, I think the toxic platforms would die. The new platforms that catered to responsible use would arise, eventually. I think people choose to get involved in positive stuff, but the negative stuff is a compulsion, and one is a lot more like reliable than the other, right? You're right, though. Right, if I build a land brace down it, is it just as simple as stick that there? Then we'll turn the grid off. I don't think this is going to be strong enough. Fuck. These things all exist through advertising, though. There's no other model people would tolerate in terms of paying for the service on the whole. Advertisers want people emotional and sticking around as long as possible. The internet did used to be nicer before the mega platforms monetized conflict. I think the internet used to be nicer when people used it as a hobby instead of their lives, right? I don't understand this level at all. Instead of replace their lives with it, I should say. Rezi, you're this is difficult, this game. So now I can't stop the whole bridge from breaking. I'd just have to keep replacing every bit with steel until we went over budget, and then it would be too heavy for the hydraulic to lift at the end. Watch. I mean, it does get things completely out of the way. That does help. Let's lower it down to about there. I'm not sure this is true. I'm thinking of like early 4chan and how horrifically sexist the internet used to be, instead of just regularly sexist. Oh, fuck off. Thinking back further than 4chan, back to when it was a hobbyist. Yeah, exactly. People used to use it as a hobby, didn't they, instead of replacing their lives with it. And as a result, you're not inclined to bring all of your negative traits onto it because you're not spending 100% of your life on it, right? CRX, welcome to the stream. Okay, I'm not going to read that just in case. I'm going to. I'll work it out. I want to play it myself, if that makes sense. But I appreciate the help. Right, you out of the way of the boat now. Imagine. Oh, we're close. We're close. We're close. One more. Expand. 1 more %. I appreciate the help, but yeah, I'll play it by myself. So I'm gonna just be careful what I read. The thing that was only 1% of the population had access to. Yeah. And you had to go through a bunch of steps to gain it. I'm so close to budget. I'm so close to budget. Let's not have this. Let's just... And that might make the whole thing too heavy that they break it again. Which I'm down to make internet access contingent on a test that measures if you can function as a human being, yeah. Oh! Do you know what the problem is? When it comes down too quick. This is so much steel. And I think it's because it does that little bounce. There was like a little... It jumps slightly, look. I think this is the problem. Used to be a resource, not a lifestyle. Yeah. Watch this little bounce it does. This is what's snapping stuff. And it's not something I can really control for. Watch. And then when Dickhead comes across, Ah. Harry just drives straight into the water, doesn't even try to stop. He just wants to embarrass me, Easy Green, because it's a green, you see. Do you know how to regularly buy groceries regularly? Do you take out the trash every week? Can you have a pleasant conversation with the opposite sex? Then you're allowed on the internet. But it would have no users. Jesus took them. The way people behave online is if during a five-a-side game a grown man ran in every 5 minutes, did a shit in the centre circle and nicked the ball. Yeah, the only thing at that point, no matter how nice everybody is, the only thing people would be talking about was the guy that took a shit on the centre circle, right? And then the discussion afterwards in the pub would be all about the guy that took a shit in the centre circle, and football would slowly drift away. And then somebody else would be like, damn, that guy got talked about a lot. I might shit in the centre circle tomorrow. Okay. How could I stop it bouncing back down and getting destroyed? It's called land brace for a reason. Because this has to get up and a long way away. The internet would be more female under those conditions, and they could use it without fear of unsolicited dick pics. Truth, I suppose. It did have a very male inception, though, didn't it, the internet? It required, like, quite a lot of stereotypically male interests as it was forming, and before long, that was all that was on it. And then gaming culture drifted onto it before everything else did, which is also largely male-dominant, right? And before long, it had happened, yeah. And thanks to gaming doing it, it also became less than, what's the word? Not very socially adjusted young males. Okay, maybe reducing this a little bit will stop the bounce, but do I still get hit by the bridge at this? Fuck off. Come on. What's not very kosher, Easy Green? I'm doing the cheap thing of building the bridge away from the boat. Very cheap, I acknowledge. Oh, the internet's not very kosher, yeah. And it still breaks there, why? Don't answer if you know, of course. There has to be some way to stop it bouncing down here. All I've got to go on is the name. And I've got the land brace here. I don't think there could be a land brace on that side because it needs to get away from the boat. In a hypothetical 30 years where Gen Z haven't had to adapt to living under the sea, how could I imagine pubs or any social space being a viable thing just because people will not be able to coexist in the same space? At this point, I always try and be self-aware and try and work out whether or not this is just a perspective thing and we don't realise how much there is this large swath of the younger generations that don't exist on the internet. But you would be quite uniquely, as somebody that still pretty much gets involved in pub culture, Gwynblade, to a different degree, obviously. Gwynblade's an alcoholic there. As somebody that still visits pubs and stuff recently, do you see as many young people under the age of 20 going out as you did in the early 2000s and the late 90s? Or is it shrunk to the point? Because I don't see any kids out playing anymore. Like in our tiny village where we grew up, there was probably 3 or 4 gangs our age of kids. There was us, and there was a group that I was in that was like 4 or 5 strong, and this is a tiny village. And then we were always out and clashing and messing about together and stuff. Now, I don't think I have ever seen a kid at any park or at anything now. And I don't think it's just because going out is dangerous or whatever we've managed to convince ourselves. Yeah. Because if it's the latter, then certainly. You saw some kids the other day for the first time in 4 years. Jesus. I think it's cyclical. We're going to hit a social rock bottom eventually, but people will get sick of it and decide to self-improve when we get there. I always think that, Azara, I don't know if you've heard me say it, I'd probably bored all the rest of these people to death with this theory in the first. There is part of me that thinks, but mostly hopes, that we all look back on the internet, that we get out of this phase of the internet, of staying inside, and we'll look back on it in like 30 years' time, like Gwendolyn says, and we'll be like, the alternative to what Gwendolyn says is we'll look back and we'll be like, oh god, remember that weird like 15-year period where we all just stayed inside all the time and just argued about lies in the news and treat everything like it was really extreme and stupid, and we went all pale and depressed because we didn't get enough sunlight. I still cling on to that as a possibility. Even though we'll have to look back and instead of us being saying like, oh, isn't that silly, we'll be like, well, yeah, we ruined a few generations, but there's a little field and some older kid was playing with what I assumed was a younger sibling. You do realise it was probably a situation, Kitten, where they were... can I have a single syllable word from somebody, by the way? It was probably a situation where some kid was told to go to the park and play with his kid brother, or they weren't allowed their iPads for the next 8 hours. Here we go, look.
Have you not beat this yet, you fucking loser?
It's one of the maladjusted youth right now. Look, it's Siddles. Siddles, welcome to the stream. I know, still, I started this playthrough in 2017 and I'm still trying. If you wander into a chain pub and whatnot, I think you'll still see young people there, yeah. But not like 400 or whatever they used to be when I was around that age. Parenting terms, I think we've seen what happens when you stick an iPad in a 3-year-old kid's face and leave them like that for 20 years. We'll start rationing screen time and such. Yeah. Leaded gas ruined a few generations will survive. Kitten, it's called No. I need to start from scratch. Turns out, Siddles, this game is actually pretty brutal in comparison to the others. So when I was bragging about them high scores on Polybridge 2, I'm just shit. Or the game's just easy and I'm still shit. So, if I can't do this the previous way, do I have to do it? Because going from here would essentially mean I have to get the top part almost vertical. The bridge component, I should say. Can't move that any further. So if I was to have a hydraulic there and contract the hydraulic as full as possible. How was that? My land brace wasn't snug. There we go. We all know why. What's your theory, Harry? The internet. If the pub does Madri, San Miguel or Moretti, you'll see kids. If it's a craft beer place, it's old men. Is it one of them situations where I think of our entire school year of like 600 kids, oh, no, not that many, a couple of 100 kids. I could probably name 15 that didn't go to the pub every Friday night, all in the same town. Why are we talking beer? No, I was just talking about about whether young kids go out anymore or what the internet may or might not have done to make that a reality. It was a charity afternoon at tea at the town hall, so I assume it was just some restless... What did I do there? That was a mistake. Because they're poor and stuck to their phones. That's the thing that we haven't mentioned, actually. Siddles is correct. Wait, how did... That wasn't contracting, was it? I needed it to contract by 50%. There was also not being able to afford this shit as well as the phones were. Okay, that's nowhere near. Balls! But if I could get this design to work, that might put too much pressure and break them. For this game. That could provide a bit of support to at least keep that up while Razor gets across. No. Okay, that just snaps. What's making them poor? Genuine question. I guess we've just been so used to it for so long. Yeah. Is the internet responsible for this stuff that's made the economies all fall to pieces? That's what I'm thinking. It's obviously inflation, but what's it called? Yeah. I don't think it's exclusively a poverty thing, although that's certainly part of it. I think if both parents are working, they don't have time or energy to do a lot with their kids, and an iPad is a lot easier. True. I was referring to more like the decline in pub culture, as opposed to... Oh, why? Sorry, I'm struggling to think of this pissing level. Every now and again, the levels that look really basic in this game, it's like they made a load of easy levels and then scaled it all the way up to the brutal stuff. But instead of just having it in a nice long progression line, it's all on shuffle. So you'll have really easy levels, then you'll get something like this that completely bends your bum all open. That's a word to so lost the thread a bit. Yeah, you good, you good. I don't really need anything other than this, do I? So if I remove that and we build a really sturdy thing here, then stretch that out. You're right, Gwynblade, yeah. I suppose when I was going out and spending I was spending fucking 3/4 of my wage on going out on nights out and drinking and trains and all that sort of stuff. I couldn't afford it either. I could afford it, but I couldn't justify it, but I still went and did it. I shouldn't have been justifying that kind of expenditure. You got burnt cheese? Is that a medical affliction, Kit? I'm very sorry to hear it. Just because what poor is in this. Well, I'm assuming kids on minimum wage, just like, I don't think they're saving up for a deposit or anything. I don't even think that's in their minds, right? Just on the tip. Sorry, I'm completely flustered now. I've lost train of the conversation by itself. Right, I feel like if I can just inch this further away, we've maybe got enough of a hydraulic to bend it up fully. These days it's kind of got to be there. What? On your mind to save up for... Have I done the level? Stop breaking my heart. Fuck. Now? I don't know if I agree, Kit. Why would it be something that has to happen? That's got to be on your mind? It's just a dream. It's like a dream that we're a long way from affording for us, for example. It would be nice, but it's not something we can do, let alone can plan. I'm so poor I used to eat soup with salt and black pepper in it. Andy, welcome back. Other half works with a lot of younger women, so 17 to 25. The vast majority live at home and just have a lot of disposable income. Yeah, I guess I kind of forgot when Siddle said the whole they're too poor for it or can't afford it. I kind of forgot that we're talking about a group that probably haven't moved out yet, right? Oh, that's good. I just need an extra inch. But I'm at the max capacity for my hydraulics. Oh, that was good. That's more distance. That's more distance. This is the way. Oh, you meant hot water with salt and pepper as soup, I see. Didn't say it has to or even... I didn't say it has to or even does. I'm saying that as a 19-year-old, if you don't have like 5 years of savings... Oh, sorry, kid. Yeah. I misunderstood. Yeah, definitely true. Sorry, I completely misunderstood your point. Have I done it? Have I done it? Have I done it? I'm so happy. Fuck the bridge. It's done. Yeah, 12 UK meter. Fucking swinging your big willy around, and I've ended up beating the level thanks to that. 12. There you were. It's amateur outer over here. It's called negative encouragement, and it works. A lot of disposable income, so they'll have a flash car and a flash phone. I mean, saying that they're too poor to do it would be a convenient excuse for why they don't do it, but the reality is they've bent their bumholes up. They've bent their social comfort, or whatever, what's the word? Their social ability to socialise in such a scenario so badly with the internet that it's easy to say they simply can't afford it, when in reality, they don't. My poverty has been slung on the table. Thunder used to have soup with condiments in it, imagine. It does look homeless, yeah. Yeah, all those are on finance, exactly. That's how you parented and how you parent. Thing is, if you've got any full-time job and no rent or mortgage because you live at home, you've got the money whether it's on finance or not. Okay, wait. 88,000, top 100k. I'm happy. I've been stuck on this level, it's been frustrating me, and since 12 came up and upset me, this is the best I can do. Razor has got across lovely. Here comes Harry. Are you ready? You can't get finance without money, true. So maybe it's not as big a thing as we thought. Seen the other day, some guy used to go to restaurants and get the free ketchup packets and crackers, then ask for some hot water to make ketchup soup so he would eat for free. Now, I'm a fan of being thrifty. Jesus, kid. I was watching silently for 30 minutes and I just knew you needed the encouragement. Alright. Holy shit, time's flying. Today we've been enjoying this music. World 2, level 13. This one is called Schedule. And I just skipped what I think was an important tutorial. Can I have that back? Shit. But I think it's just talking to me about the hydraulic controller. We can work on that. So we have Azar. Somebody say the word kettle for me. It's a scene in the terminal, is it really? I've only watched that in passing. Alright, 12 is in the second one. We've got Azar in the lead and 12 in the back. I mean, 12, you live in Italy, right? There's probably a tiny bit of potential possible surf in there. This fits. Did he look like the guy off Big Kim on the video? Right, what are we doing here? We've got 12 who goes with boat A. Then I don't know what that means. Then there's another hydraulic phase, then Azar goes. Where does Azar need to get to? There. What? Hello? Let's see what happens when it just starts. Alright, we can deal with that. Let's just build our way across. Start from there. We've got no limits on road pieces, no limits on any of this mess. So, Azar goes across, then stops, then the second boat comes through, and he goes... Oh... Yeah, this is definitely further than we ever got. I'm so confused. Oh, it was some girl. Yesterday I was mafted and today I'm nithered. So how do I bring it? I might be confused on this. So somehow I need to think of a way to get a bridge. What? This game might be too difficult to stop. It's a very real possibility. I might have start to finally understand why I gave up on this game in the first place. So that goes across there. I don't know why I thought that would work. Was it always this difficult? Are they the American words for broken, broken down? Harry drives a Prius deep down, we all know. They're Yorkshire words for hot and cold. No, warm. Warm and cold. Weather. I'm still surprised you've managed to memorise them, Harry. I don't know whether I'm proud of you or ashamed of us. I wham. So... I still remember day one of Grounded. After Harry had been joking about rabbit meat this whole time. First thing we do is walk straight into some rabbit meat. Can you hear the dog? We've had more interruptions from outside in today's stream than we have for how long? Yeah, the guys that's working on the building have got a dog. Imagine. I really don't understand this level. Sorry, I'm flustered now. This game's making me think too much. And talking to Harry's made me sad. I can't even think of a way to start chipping away at this level. So, I need... Maybe if we have this off and this off and this off, then we have this off, or a little area like this, just to support this side of the bridge. Maybe up to there, like that, like that, like that, like that. Move that to there. Then we have hydraulics there and there that contract. Then what does that look like? Nope, wait, I need to put a split joint in. That was about to be really violent. It's not going to be high enough, but there's maybe potential here. Ooh, they're not as big a boats as I thought they were. Which gets further away? This left side or the right side? Ooh, they both look pretty much the same. Oh no. Are you clear? Piss. One of these sides is going to get clear at some point. How dare they what? Own a dog? You lift it up a bit to about... what, there, maybe? Then I can just copy it and paste it on the other way. How dare they work on the building? Well, I had a busy morning plan this morning. Right, so what does this need to be lower or higher? The people working on the building just turned the, or somebody came to work on the building, turned the electric off, and I had nothing to do all morning. I could just lay down. I just slept on the... oh, maybe don't contract as much when we're there. So the people working on the building got me a very easy morning. Does anybody actually take the tea bag out of the water after steeping? I sure don't. No defeat, no surrender. Stop contracting so much. This is all you with your American teas. I don't know, I'm certainly not a tea drinker. No. Stop contracting so much. It's just Harry. Tea in this country. You flash it. Wait, how has that just got so much worse? There's some angle here where I can get the necessary pull to move the bridge away. Definitely take the bags out before you put the £2 of sugar in. How? At some point I had this just right, but I can't work out where that was. Is it there? It was like inches away. I just put it in a big enough cup of water that it never gets too strong, no matter how much it steeps. What does the word steep mean again? I might be lacking a bit of important information. Does it just sit there while it's warm? I think in this country, whenever you make a cup of tea, this is why bringing this question to a British audience is maybe not terribly sensible. You put the tea bag in. Wait, how is that too far? How is that too far away? You put a tea bag in a cup, pour some hot water on it, then just sort of jig it around a bit and throw it over your shoulder at next door's dog, and that's it. Whatever the steeping thing is you US guys do, then you're going to have to talk amongst yourselves because we've got no experience with that stuff. There we go. What the actual fuck is. Yep. All of this posh tea and stuff, the most of that stuff is just for that kind of stuff just gets put on for American tourists and Japanese tourists. We've had 2 wars, we may need a third. Put the tea bag in, fuck off for half an hour, remember that you started making tea, then suffer with your mistake and drink lukewarm. By that point, Scott, it's ready for the next one. Okay, I need to work this angle out so it can just be moved away from... I don't know why I'm struggling so much on this, by the way. Welcome to the new followers. I do apologise. There is some angle where this gets brought away. We're at contract 50, aren't we? Is it lower? Would lower bring it away? Maybe a longer hydraulic? So it contracts more? I just need more vertical. That might be good. Imagine. Don't break this. I've done it. Yeah. Then put that one on there. So that gets brought away. The boat comes through with no worries. Jesus, that's... the boat's closer to this side than it is to that side, just to screw with me. What I really do like is the fact that Harry brought a tea topic to the Doomhaus as a way to kind of bring our two continents together. And within 5 seconds he was talking about going to war again. You could avoid that bit where you choke towards the end if you remove the tea bag. That's why they put the string on it, Gwynplaine. That wasn't my intent. Unity is never the end goal. Ooh, this one's going to be tough, though, because it has to start in the open position. How the flying fuck am I going to do that? I'm not prepared for these angles. Like, if I could sort the bridge into its opened position, then the level would be completed already, but I can't. Your stream hasn't crashed, by the way. I'm just in thinking mode. Are you going to join the next one at the beginning or just at the end again? Is that response to Harry or to me? Come on, Stubble, use your brain. All of this is correct. But can I make these triangles because when this starts, the boat just comes straight through, so it's going to have to be a bridge that starts in the open position and then closes. And it's going to have to be two roads that are at full length in a straight line. So what's the centre? What's the centre point? It's 8 meters, so I need 4 meters of road up to what? There? No, wait. I need a normal full length road piece, don't I? So that to there, and then a full length road piece from that to there. Then these locked in. Obviously this, isn't it? We'll just copy that over to there. Bang. And then that gets copied over to there. Then these vertical maybe to 2 meters. Then it would be... I don't think if the hydraulics here works, I'd be very upset. But then we split joint them. And they're both on the same one. Then we split joint these. They're both on the same one. Let's see what that looks like. I've not got a lot of faith, but we'll see. So what is this like? It's very narrow. These triangles would have to be... Okay, so it's going to have to be... It's almost like I can do the screenshot so I can copy. Oh, and a response to war. Oh, you're going to join the next one at the beginning or just at the end again. I see. You can see why I thought it was bridge related, Gwynplaine. So there's like a... So this needs to stay at 4 meters. But if I just inch it right up to where the boat comes through, like there. Ooh, remove the split joints on the two of them, and go like this and like this. Then the hydraulic comes to here, and we just tinker like idiots until we can get these to expand how we want them. Making split joints on either end. Scotty, act like an adult. Add hot water and you've got 2 cups of not super strong tea. That's not the point though. If you put effort into making this stuff in this country, you're a bad person. Hang on, that's expanding exactly as much as we want it to. Why? Absolute scumbags everywhere, not even using a teapot. Don't be on Harry's side, Gwynblade, it's creepy. Okay, what have we got? 5 minutes left until marbles. Bottles by. Oh shit, that's 1 less orange. I'm worried about this week. Every day it's been bad news for the oranges. Actually, no, Cats lost a point yesterday, didn't they? I prefer to smoke my pot and not tea it. Rate Harry's joke from... Harry, rate 12's joke from 1 to 12. You made marble from the pub. Imagine going all that way just to get a marble and then losing a point. Trick or treat marbles, by the way, for those that want to get involved. $28 drugs, lol. What am I missing? Why am I being a big stupid idiot? I don't understand. Can I build a big structure up here? No, not out of hydraulics. I want to get this level beat before the end of the stream. Got 4 minutes. Let's go as far up as possible. Then there to there, then expand. Big expand. It's already wobbling, but that should keep it away from that bridge. Ooh. Going a bit further down, but still not far enough. I don't understand how I can't replicate what's going on this side, but hydraulics don't work that way, do they? This isn't a long enough hydraulic, like it can't expand that far. So maybe... if I make the hydraulic longer... No. Yeah, pull's not the same as push, is it? No. Fuck. Whew. This game gets so brutal so fast. I mean, no, I was going to say, using some rope for it, but... Okay, this level might be about to beat us. Somebody give me a single syllable word and make it a banger. Made an onion pasty for a snack. Turned out good. Mustard pastry. Or mustard pastry and onion is OP. Fail. There we go. Thanks, Satan. Is pastry a different word, 12? Or do you mean pastry? I know you said that, I don't know how to spell pastry. Alright, we can't... I need to get at least some... Pastry. Puff pastry. Pastry. It doesn't have an E, right? But then it looks like it should. Just making sure you have the right amount of confidence. So when I go into this bridge again next week, I can remember just how badly it went. What if I put the hydraulic on there and we had that expand? Would that get any closer? To an expanding hydraulic on there. I'm building a bridge, aren't I? That's the problem. So this is still good. If I had it a lot lower, what would it look like? I'm just experimenting right now. Everybody, leave me alone. Yeah, I'm with you, 12. Ooh. Okay. Imagine. Oh shit, now I don't want the stream to end. Oh, we're on to something. Right, we need to tell what somebody. How do we remind next week, Doomhaus, how the progress will we making? Right, message to next week's Doomhaus. Keep tinkering with this. As you can see, it's making progress, Doomhaus of the future. All we have to do is keep tinkering with this point right here. Alright, we're on to something. Okay. I'm saving over the fail one. Lovely. And that is where we're going to end for today. The difficulty spikes in this game are wild. But we're building towards something good here. I think we're going to be able to crack it next week if I can just get the angle right there. However, we've run out of time. That's enough Polybridge for this week. I appreciate everybody stopping by. I think I only managed to get from... Did I go all the way from there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've only done 6 levels today and it's only the second stream. I'm struggling a lot here on World 2, and there's like 7 worlds where it gets progressively more difficult. Okay, we might be in trouble. Right, anyway, that's it for today. Thank you all for joining. I will see you all next week for more Polybridge. I'll see you all on Monday for the continuation of Resident Evil. I'll see you in golf in 3 hours for those that fancy it. So that's our 3 hours of Polybridge today. Theo approves of tonight's sunset. I think he approves of the sunset because of the Polybridge music in the background. The world just looks brighter that way. We've even talked to Harry without feeling sick today as a result. Thank you all. I love you all. But it's time for Trick or Treat Marbles. Imagine. What did I just get an achievement for? Oh. Cloud save error. That's the wrong button. I wish we could listen to that music, but we can't. Right, let's go play some marbles. Why do I always see you in a locked channel on Discord, Stubbler? Well, when you're streaming, I mean. Oh, I didn't actually mean to be in there. The reason I go in that is because sometimes I go in there to piss about with the soundboard. Because I don't want some knobhead coming in and talking shit over me using the soundboard for nefarious purposes. Welcome to the new followers. Thank you all for being here. Am I the only person in the Polybridge section? I think I am. But now, the stream has come to an end. The current scores have the oranges at 194 to the greens at 194 to the orange 190. Yesterday, the oranges got their first bit of good news when Cats won the roll and then rolled trick and lost a point. Alcarion now is not only in the top of the mug spot, Alcarion is 1 point away from taking the actual top spot from Cats. A good 2-pointer today from Alcarion, and he can put himself firmly in first place of the year overall, not just the mug spot. Cats is crying in chat as we speak. Look, it's a sad day for Cats. Some nefarious bastard. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm not nefarious business. If you would like to take part in today's push for the trick or treat round, then you must simply type the password. I will give you a marble, and if your marble wins, I don't need to talk about I don't need to explain marbles to people that aren't in the Doomhaus, do I? Because nobody watches Polybridge anymore. It's just us. It's like when we used to go off the tag for Kerbal. If you would like to compete in today's marbles, you must simply type the password, and the password for today is stress. But you may lose a point. Don't forget. So use it wise. Alright, let's have a small one today. We've got Cats for the greens, 12 for the oranges, Lundios for the greens, Satan for the oranges, Gwynblade for the greens, Keep for the oranges, Augur, good afternoon, for the greens, Razor for the oranges, Easy Green for the greens, Martin, good afternoon, for the greens, Santa for the greens, Scotty for the greens. Very well, it's more than I thought. Dougie, welcome to the stream for the greens. 6-4, welcome to the stream for the greens. Chaz for the greens and Harry for the greens. Oh, I was about to say Alcarion's not here, but Alcarion for the oranges. Look at this. Alright, first person to pick a number between 1 and 10 picks the level. Go. We've got Cats, 12, Lundio, Satan, Gwynblade, Kitten, Augur, Razor, Easy Green, Martin, Santa, Scotty, Dougie, 6-4, Chaz, Harry, and Alcarion. Having a few key people out today means that we are currently sitting with 5 oranges and 12 greens. That is comfortably the biggest margin a team has ever had. But Orange is still going to win this and roll trick. Augie, you bitch. Welcome to the stream, everybody that's just arrived. 17 marbles into the race. First person to pick it up, it's already happened. Kitten says 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alcarion rolls a heavy treat today, and he could take the top spot. The level is off the rails, and we begin. First points could potentially go to... Oh, 12 said 2. 12 gets shit on. Damn greens are multiplying like rabbits. Well, I agree with Kitten. I wasn't going to fight it. It was an accident, but I'll take it. Right, Kitten then has picked the level off the rails. Spain is the record holder. Kitten, Lundios and Siddles are trying to chase Alcarion. Cats could do to stretch his lead out if he wants to win his second year. But if Alcarion was to roll treat, that would change everything. Current scores have the Greens 4 points clear. The teams, after everybody's been winning and losing this week, the current scores are that the Greens have 1 point. Damn Oranges, they're multiplying like sterile rabbits. So it used to Stumbler needed someone to take his impotence out on. Impotent? Yeah, true. Ooh, Satan in the lead. Imagine one of the 5 beat the 12. 6-4's here as well, though. It's a bit difficult. It's hard to know who's going first. It's a breeding kink. We can't help it. I didn't know what that was until Chaz explained it to me recently. Is Satan actually going to... Is Satan going to beat all these people? Satan's in the lead now. Easy Green for the Greens. 6-4 for the Greens. Scotty for the Greens. Dougie for the Greens. But somehow Satan is out ahead of a large pack. Can Satan get through the spinner in time? He can... But it might be Easy Green. Scotty for the Greens. Gets the overtake. Can he make it through the grass or whatever it is? But Easy Green and Scotty now. Dougie's here. Everybody is crowded around the front. Can Razor or Satan get around the outside? Razor might actually be challenging for that first spot. Unless Scotty gets the drop. Scotty does. Scotty is through into the last bullshit. Can the... Dougie, no! Scotty's fallen. We need Dougie to fall. Scotty and Dougie have thrown it. The oranges are through to the trick or treat round.
Step 1 of 2.
Razor winning 2 points here would be massive, because then we'll go into golf this evening and potentially get 3 points and stream races coming. Imagine, look. We are 4 points behind. If this goes right, Razor rolls treat, we win stream races and we win golf, the oranges could go into next week tied for the first time in a while. Or Razor could lose his 1 point and go back to 0, where he will then no longer qualify after striving for 6 to 8 months to get his first point of the year. Kitten, what was that? Ooh, does Razor lose his one and only point, or does he triple his lead and potentially get into more final week events? Okay. Razor, I need a number between 1 and 10. Ignore the noise. Razor's gone for 10. We've got a trick marble, we've got a treat marble. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We now have our level. Marble Factory. 2 marbles enter. Razor, for the good of the oranges, get this done. We need a big 4 points now. Or he loses a point. There is no if stubble. I'm going for 0. Just because fuck you. I'm fine with it. It's your funeral. This is for Razor. Treat, please. Stubbler's Perfect Friday, right?
No, take me to 0 points, now.
Polybridge went well. Imagine. The stream was a good one. The bridges were good. Now, an orange gets through to the trick or treat round. Razor wins. I mean, Treat's in the lead. Then the oranges win golf. The oranges win stream races. Stubbler's Perfect Friday. Treat. Treat's hitting a lot of obstacles. Good. Keep going. Okay. Trick in second. I almost but didn't miss marbles, not like it mattered. Yeah, Kitten came last in the end, it would appear. This is good. Okay. Right, everybody just pray. Treat, don't miss the trick. Please don't hit the exit. Okay, good. We need them to not collide here. Yes, good. More good. This is good. Are we going to end the week with more points than the greens? Imagine. Why has Trick got a better exit angle? He hasn't. No. Right, please fuck this up. What's happening? I don't know what that was. This is fine. Trick back in the lead. Yeah. Trick's fucked it. What are we doing here? Right, we need Trick. What's happening? Where's Treat gone? Come back. Don't get hit again. His angle's good.
Typical.
It's not happened yet. It's fine. Treat, come on, please. There's red light, green light. Oh, it slowed Trick down. That's good. Yes. Okay. Trick's still in the... Treat could still do this. And it amazing how close they always are when it's just 2 marbles. Okay. Treat, this is where you get the overtake. Ultimate faith. It's looking good. No, don't spin around. Oh, fucking camera. This is surely favours Treat. How could... Treat... This is Treat all day. It's got to be. Don't blame the camera operator. Yeah, straight through. Nice. This is good.
Are you flustered yet?
Nah, I'm confident now. It's alright, Razor, it's fine. We got this. Oh, absolutely. Stop, please. Come on. This is it. Just finish the fucking level. Just... Straight down, straight in. Razor has got himself 2 points. It took some sweating, but he is now up to 3. The orange is on 192, coming out of the week with... Well, it looks like that, but there's been a lot of... Whoa, Razor. This would be the most fucking intense marbles ever. Razor, say something in Discord, you fat bitch. Right, Cats, you've got your name back. Congratulations. Razor for the oranges is now gilded. Can't find him on the list. And now, we're moving to stream racers. That's Cats. I nearly put the crown on you then. Razor is gilded. Razor up to 3 points. He's gone from having absolutely 0 for 4 years or whatever it is to finally getting himself some. Now, Stubbler's Perfect Friday can continue. A single run of stream races is the final act of the week. Has a good level actually. It's not often that good, but one-on-ones have more spice than usual. I'm not entering the password ever again on Halloween. Alright. With a 2-point gap, can Stubbler's Perfect Friday continue? If you'd like to join in for the single round of stream races, all you have to do is type the password. And the password for today is the same as it always is. Go! Race, 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 race. We've got Kitten, Cats, Alkerion, Lundios, Razor, Chaz, 6-4, Auger, in. Satan, in. 22 seconds if you'd like to join, boys and girls. Oh, this feels like a lot more oranges, though. Or maybe not. Easy green, in. What have we got in terms of oranges? Satan, Razor, Alkerion, and Kitten. Okay, that's bad. Big orange victory here. Stubbler's Perfect Friday. Yeah. We do need to win golf though, so let's just not let Cellist embarrass everything. Best of luck, everybody. Exclamation mark boost if you'd like to. We're going to focus the front car and face backwards, and unsurprisingly, Kitten is in the lead and takes Lundios out. Kitten, Razor and Lundios, as always, doing well at the start. Lundios for the greens. 6-4 gets pushed back. Easy green for the greens, now in the lead. Lundios in second. Razor is the most advanced orange. Easy green is stretching her lead out now. Razor is trying to get round Lundios, who's parked in front. 6-4 goes for his boost. It might have been a good one. A boom comes in from Cats and it kills. Oh, Lundios just pushed Razor off the level as Easy Green was struggling. Lundios now for the greens in first place. Can he get a good bounce and get back on his wheels? He can. Satan and Alkerion for the oranges are coming up behind. Easy greens here for the greens. The greens have... Please. Oranges. Okay, Satan, Razor, Alkerion. A lot of orange round the back. Razor goes for a pretty well-timed boost. Gets round Satan without screwing him too much. Lundios and Easy Green are trading the lead. But both of them are green, so I'm not sure either of them are mind too much. Lundios has hit trouble at the back though. Halts Razor, allowing Easy Green to coast into first even further. Razor and Satan are desperately trying to get around Lundios. Easy Green has pressure at the back. 6-4's here. It's hard to tell what's going on back there other than Easy Green stretching this lead. 2 oranges right behind her though. One of you, just do something. 6-4 in fourth, Chaz in fifth. Easy Green hits trouble. Can Razor get around without hitting trouble as well? He can. Satan hasn't though, it's all on Razor. Oh, I just want the perfect... Easy Green for the greens, at least limits the damage from Razor's double point win. The final point of the week goes to the greens, and we end 2 points to the greens to 2 points to the oranges. Fuck! I tried, coach, I tried. I forgot to join. Good shit. Easy Green, well played. I don't know why tags like this today, actually. And as a result, Lundios went for his boost and got vertical instead of distance. Here comes Kitten, and can Cats make it over the finish line? Kitten might win the long jump here. 5 points for the long jump champion, by the way. Did I tell you that? Hey, I wish. Alright, Easy Green, well played. Razor's got us 2 points. Easy Green gets the greens 1. And we go into golf in 3 hours, which I will see you there for, with the final point to play for. Thanks to that, Razor is now top of the league, 12 in third, Easy Green in second. Shit. But now, it's time we all say goodbye. Lovely. May the putter be with you. We'll try. We'll do our best. Wait, if Tagslack's not available for golf. Let's hope Cellist's busy. Alright, Greens, Dutch, Chaz, Sothan, Martin, don't show up for golf. It's very, very important that you don't. However, for now, thank you all for being here. I appreciate everybody stopping by for this week. We'll slowly get back to where we was, but I'm going back to the doctors on Monday, so hopefully, or Monday the 11th, in fact. So hopefully I'll be able to get myself sorted out and be back up to speed. But I appreciate everybody being patient with me. You're all very lovely. I'll see you all for golf in 3 hours. If I don't see you there, I'll speak to you in Discord. If I don't speak to you in Discord, I'll see you on Monday for the continuation of one of the dumbest games we've ever played in the Doomhaus. And hopefully we can get back to Valheim shortly. Lovely. Right, I've said enough shit. If you're staying on the platform, look out for Cheeky, look out for Chaz, look out for Chrisman, look out for Alcarion, look out for Shrill, look out for 6-4, look out for everybody that might be streaming in this awful place. For now, I love you all. Hi, I'm Augur, I'm golfing. No, don't golf, Augur. Let's have as few green golfers as possible. Very important. Anyway, I've said enough shit. Thanks for the bits, thanks for the love, the hugs, the raids and everything. I will see you all whenever I see you next. But for now, can somebody give me a final word as I say? Is Bob Ross live, Augur? Oh, fuck it, we'll get him next time. I love you all. The final word from Augur is bipartisan.